about them anyway.
Okay.
Thank you for joining this evening. The time is 5:30 p.m. the evening of November 10th, 2025. I'd like to call to order the regularly scheduled Planning and Zoning meeting for the City of Middleton. My name is Matthew Watkins, Planning and Zoning Chairman. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the Deputy Clerk please do a roll call of the Commissioners?
Chairman Watkins,
Present?
Commissioner Waltmate,
Present.
Commissioner Gregory,
Here.
Commissioner Gibson,
Here.
Commissioner Turner, Commissioner Klinger.
Here.
We have a quorum?
We have a quorum.
All right, we may proceed. This is the time to lawfully notice for hearings scheduled for Planning and Zoning Commission for the City of Middleton. According to the posted agenda, the Deputy Clerk has confirmed we have a quorum present to hear the scheduled agenda. Just to go over a couple of things real briefly, if we have, just make sure we've got our electronic devices silenced, make sure we get that taken care of. If we can, just please keep talking to a minimum so we get a clear recording of tonight's meeting. If we record everything, it has to be on public record, so if we have any talking in the audience, if it goes over the recording and kind of skew things. If you do need to speak, just please step outside. If you're here to offer public testimony on any of the agenda items, please make sure you sign up on the sign-up sheets in the back. There will be a designated time at the end of the meeting reserved for general public comments, so if you have something that's not on the posted agenda, please just reserve your comments for that time. We'd like to make sure everybody has enough time to give their testimony, so if you have something to say that somebody's already said, just please say, hey, second that. We kind of get that going. You may also give any new testimony. When your name is called, please step up to the podium, provide your name and address for the record. You'll be given 3 minutes on the clock to give your testimony. Please adhere to this time limit so we can keep the meeting moving along and we can hear from everybody. You may be allotted one time extension of 1 additional minute if you have any additional important items that we believe are pertinent and you believe are pertinent to the board's ability to reach a decision that has not already been covered in your testimony or previous testimony. With that, we will move forward on the published agenda. All right, with that, we've got action item 1, we've got consent agenda. Item A, consider approving minutes for the October 20th, 2025 regular meeting. And item B, consider approving the FCRs for 702 Boise Street rezone for the Higginson parcel. Commissioners have a chance to go over all the minutes and everything. I didn't see anything. Everything looked good to me.
Chair.
Commissioner Waltmate.
I move we approve consent agenda item 1A and B.
Second.
All right, have a motion by Commissioner Waltmate, second by Commissioner Gregory. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, with that, we will open the public hearing at 5:33 p.m. Public hearing application of Rodney Blanton for a variance from the city's dimension table MCC 5-4-1 table 2 regarding minimum lot size and minimum frontage within the R3 zone with respect to 8 parcels located on Donna Drive. Tax parcel numbers R18549 through R18556. Ms. Stewart, Madam Planner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and Commissioners. This is an application by Rodney Blanton. He is asking for a variance from the Middleton City Dimension Code for size of lots. Basically, he's trying to change 8 small, useless lots into 2 single-family home lots. And let's look at the vicinity before I move on. You can see the yellow star down here. It's just southeast of the Middleton Middleton School. This is an older, Middleton Middle School. This is an older neighborhood. You can see Piccadilly Park up there, so. So it appears that a number of years ago, a landowner in Middleton was allowed to create 8 small linear parcels approximately 15 feet wide and 120 feet deep. And it was possibly an inheritance scheme. When I looked at these parcels last year, I could see boy name, girl name, boy name, girl name, boy name, girl name, boy name, girl name. So I think Dad thought he was being really smart for inheritance or whatever, but anyway, it didn't bode well for anybody actually. So today, years and years later, these lots are absolutely unusable, and the land has remained vacant because of that. So this applicant, and I'm assuming he's one of the heirs, would like to do a lot line adjustment to create 2 equal-sized single-family home lots. They'll be right on 7,000 square foot, and they'll be 60 wide. This property is zoned R3, and in the R3 zone, the minimum lot size is 8,000 square feet and 75 wide. So these are shy of those limits, those minimums. These are the relevant facts that you'll decide about tonight. The lots, as currently configured, are unusable, and they are not eligible for any building permits. Although this area is zoned R3, it appears that a higher density zone, such as R4, was in place here at some time, probably in the recent past. Most of the lots in that area are 7,000 square feet or less. Many of the lots immediately to the south of the subject property are less than 6,100 square feet. So here are the 8 little lots. If you watch my mouse, if you go down here, these little lots here are like 6,100 square feet. And then most of the other lots all through here are about 7,000 square feet or just shy of 7,000 square feet. And then you have these little lots that have single wide, I think they're trailers actually. And then there is an actual duplex here. That's what tells me this was R4, because R4 allows duplexes. And it was built over many property lines. So I do not know how that happened. I don't know how any of this happened. And it happened a long time ago. So those are the facts we're looking at. Middleton City Code 115-6 sets forth the procedures and standards for a variance. A variance allows an adjustment or a special exception to the code in those circumstances where an owner would be deprived of the privilege commonly enjoyed by his or her neighbors, but there is some special circumstance on the owner's lot. Stated another way, there's a hardship physically on this lot. It's a unique lot, unlike all the neighbors. And unless it's changed or given a waiver, they'll never be able to enjoy their property. But there are specific things you have to find. Under Middleton City Code 1-16-6, you have to make findings and conclusions of law with respect to 4 criteria. First, are there extraordinary site characteristics applicable to the property that do not generally apply to other similar properties in that area or that zone? Would a literal interpretation of the code result in a hardship to applicant or result in his or her inability or ability to enjoy the privileges? Number 3, does granting the variance constitute a special privilege to the applicant, inconsistent with the privileges of the neighbors? And number 4, will the granting of this variance be a detriment to the public health, safety, and welfare, or will it injure someone else? So looking at those 4 criteria, these are staff findings based on the facts. Staff recommends approval of Mr. Blanton's variance request. The lots as currently configured are not building permit eligible. There is no way to meet the setback standards or build a livable residence on a lot that is only 15 feet wide. Additionally, buildings cannot be built over multiple property lines, further preventing any new construction on site. Without a variance, this applicant will not be able to enjoy the same privileges of other people residing in the area. Finally, granting the variance will not extend a special privilege to the applicant. Instead, the 2 lots will come into conformity with many of the other lots surrounding the subject property, which lots are also just 6,000 to 7,000 square feet. Finally, staff knows of no facts that show granting this variance will be detrimental to the health, safety, and welfare of the public or any neighbor nearby. Instead, granting the variance will allow a vacant infill area to finally be developed as two viable new home lots in the city. So no comments from surrounding landowners or agencies. Staff had no other comments. Applicant information is on the board. There was proper notice given, and here's the codes that are relevant. Tonight, you're actually not making a recommendation either. You're making an order. You're going to do it. This does not go to city council.
Okay.
So we really need to be careful about our facts and to clarify what you're relying on when you make your order. Per state law and Middleton City Code, any final order must be set forth in a written, reasoned statement. You should base this statement on specific facts and the law or criteria. Planning staff has already set forth findings of facts above in italics and also in the staff report. As to conclusions of law, staff showed above the facts described meet the criteria or standards for approving a variance under the city code. Staff further finds that the Planning and Zoning Commission has the authority to hear this application and to approve or deny it. Planning staff notes that all public notice requirements were met. Planning staff further set forth the portions of the Idaho State Code and the Middleton City Code to be considered. If the commission is inclined to approve the variance, staff recommends a condition that applicants submit a lot line adjustment and pay the application fee in effect at the time of submittal. If the commission denies the application, the commission should state what this applicant can do, if anything, to gain approval. And I stand for questions.
The question I had, you answered.
Yeah, no questions.
It's pretty weird.
It is weird. It was like, why would anyone ever do that?
It's like somebody just dropped a can of chaos.
I went,
Yeah.
right there. Good
Son
luck
daughter,
later.
son daughter, son daughter.
Not my problem. I'm gone.
And I don't think the applicant has showed up, but I think my presentation was clarifying.
I think so too.
I have no questions of the applicant either.
No, absolutely not.
I've got no questions for applicant. We have no signs from public.
Will you open and close that for me, sir?
Yep, we open public comment for this public hearing. We have no sign up. Do we have anybody in the audience that wishes to make testimony on this? All right, we open public comment at 5:42, we close at 5:42. All right. Commission, questions, comments, concerns?
Seems
No.
pretty straightforward.
Yeah, exactly.
Straightforward.
Exactly. This one's pretty easy.
As an infill project, that's the only time I like to apply variances if we can, right?
Right.
Especially for infill projects. I cannot imagine what the property owner looked like when it was a 15-foot wide lot. Like 8 or 9 row. It makes no sense to me. It does fit with the surrounding area. The other homes are 6,000 to 7,000 square foot lot size anyway. This is one of those areas where I wish we did have an R4, so we could keep R3 as a true R3 and then introduce an R4 for these exact
Right.
circumstances.
Yeah, we've had that discussion many times, and that's something that we're continue going on as we go forward. We'll workshop that, but as you said, we go back to that. But it would be nice to have that true R4. We
Right.
don't, but we did at one point. So with that, it's kind of tough to say no when everything around it's bigger than everything around it. So hey, it looks pretty nice. So
No brainer.
yep.
Exactly.
So any motion just needs to state that the conditions in the staff report should be complied with.
Chair,
Mr. Walter.
I move we approve the order the application of Rodney Blanton for variance from city's dimension table MCC Middleton City Code 5-4-1, Table 2 regarding minimum lot size and minimum frontage within the R3 zone with respect to the 8 parcels located at Donna Drive, tax parcels R18549 through 18556 as an infill project. It meets the criteria in accordance with Middleton City Code 1-15-6, as well as the conditions in the staff report. As my findings, I move we approve.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Waltman, second by Commissioner Gregory. All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right, we'll close this public hearing at 5:44 p.m. All right, next we'll open a public hearing at 5:44 p.m. for an application of Ryan and Stephanie Wilkins for a special use permit to construct a storage barn on their 6-acre parcel located at 397 South Cemetery Road, 10 feet from the side property line, Middleton City Code 5-4-1, Table 2. Madam Planner.
Thank you again, Mr. Chair. Were you here for Donna Drive?
Yeah.
It was just approved. So you're good to go. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah. No, it was approved. Everything's fine.
How'd you know it's down the drive?
I don't know.
You're welcome.
I think that was an error. I don't know. Okay, let me see here.
There you go.
There we go. Get rid of my presenter view. But I bet I have to duplicate this again. Okay. All right, so let's just look at vicinity first. We're talking about a 6-acre parcel that is just south of Viking Storage, and you can see South Cemetery Road. And I was thinking, see, you might have known a little bit of this history, but I don't think it did come to you. City was involved with this property a while back, but City Council dealt with it. Anyway, this is an application by Ryan and Stephanie Wilkins for a special use permit to construct a 22,000 square foot storage barn on their 6-acre parcel, 10 feet from the side property line. And you can see over here, this little square is kind of a representation of where it would be. The address is 397 South Cemetery Road. So the property is actually 5.82 acres in size. There is a single family home already on site and an outbuilding. The property is zoned AR, or rural agricultural. The property is surrounded on all sides by the AR and R3 zones. A small portion of the county land is located to the west of the property right here. That's county. 3 sides of the property are surrounded by agricultural land owned by the city of Middleton, actually. And the property is part of the city's pilot project for recycled wastewater land application. And that's where we take treated effluent, and we water alfalfa fields, and then the alfalfa loves it and it cleans the groundwater. So it's a great project. There is also a private residence located on the west side, and you can see up here where my mouse is. That's a county property. That's why it's not all colored. And so this barn is near their property. And then there is a private residence up here just to the north of the property. But it's mostly this property to the west that would be affected by that barn, if at all. City sewer and water are available to the site. A water line traverses the northern boundary. It's maybe hard to see, but there's a blue line. It comes out of here, South Cemetery, comes straight across the top, and then comes over here to Whiffen. Sewer is also in Whiffen. It comes up here. You can see the green. There's some sewer there, but then there's sewer also in this subdivision just to the north. So sewer and water are definitely in the vicinity. Applicants are seeking a special use permit for the 22,000 square foot storage barn. It would be just 10 feet from the side boundary. In the AR zone, however, a side setback is actually 30 feet. A special use permit is approved or denied by only P&Z again. This will not go to City Council. You'll make an order tonight. Under Middleton City Code 1-15-7 and the Idaho State Code 676512, there is a standard or criteria for approving a special use permit. First, you'll need to look at facts in the law and determine, number 1, applicant must prove that the special use will not adversely affect the city's ability to provide services, sewer, water, transportation, schools. Second, the special use permit will not be in conflict with the comprehensive plan. And then Middleton City Code also states that the order for the special use permit must specify in writing the ordinance or standard relied upon. So we have to set forth the law which I did in the staff report and just here. If the Planning and Zoning Commission approves a special use permit, it may also provide additional conditions that are deemed necessary or appropriate. So relevant facts to consider tonight. City services. Sewer and water are already in the general vicinity of the site. Roads and schools in the area are already established. If the storage barn is used as part of an agricultural business, and I don't know if it is or not, you might ask the applicant that tonight. If it is a business, and even if it isn't, it is in harmony with the comp plan's economic development goal number 1.5, and that's to encourage agribusiness. Farming on the site helps minimize conflicts with other city activities because this area is surrounded by acres and acres of farming activity. So it kind of fits what's going on down there, and there isn't a lot of conflict with other activities in the city. Number 4, increased farming, and that was Ag Support Strategy 1.1. And number 4, increased farming area is in harmony with the city's comp plan because the future land use map shows this as agricultural. So there were no comments from surrounding landowners. I think we do have a surrounding landowner that may speak tonight, though, that's in the audience. There were comments from agencies attached as Exhibit A to my staff report. No city engineering comments. Applicant information is up on the screen. Notice was given appropriately. Pertinent codes and standards up on the screen. Also, this was in the staff report that was published. So per state law in the Middleton City Code, any final order must be set forth in a written reasoned statement. You must set forth specific facts and the law criteria that you're relying upon. Any particular conditions to be tied to an approval should also be clearly stated. If you are inclined to deny the application, you need to state which steps, if any, this applicant can take to obtain approval. And I stand for questions.
How far away is the residence on the west side?
I really don't know maybe the applicant will know, but
Long ways.
it's a long ways. This is the resident on the side. If you watch my mouse here, I walk by these properties every day practically. This little gray roof right there, that's the residence. And these are outbuildings or work buildings. And then these are just fields. Yep.
And then the reason for it being located on the west side as opposed to any of the others?
I think we'll have to ask the applicant.
Plus, are they going to put water and sewer to it?
No, this
No, I don't
property,
think so. So it's just storage.
yeah, this property was sold by the city recently to these folks, right? Last
No,
year.
so the original owners sold a parcel, 10 acres to you guys, and then the other parcel we bought.
That's right, we split it, and city took, this used to be one big parcel, and city took a lot of it for our ag project. And then the owners that we bought it from, yeah, you're right, they sold to you, okay.
Yeah, I'd like to ask them a couple questions.
Sure. Bring the applicant up.
Yep.
Just state your name and address.
Stephanie Wilkins, 397 South Cemetery Road. So we actually looked at the property in June, and we closed on it in July. And when we closed on it, we actually confirmed that it was county. And so we thought we had a 10-foot setback. So we put in fencing, and I have an exercise for my exerciser for my horses that is going to be in this building. And so that's already in place. And then I went and applied for the permit through the county, and they said, we can't find you. And so I forwarded all the information and called Roberta, and we were told, oh, you're city. And so we're like, oh, 30-foot setback. Well, on one side of the property, we're in the flood zone. So if we put it down there, then we have to do extra flood insurance, and it's going to cost us a fortune. The problem with the shape of the parcel is we're going to face 30-foot setbacks, whether it's from Middleton City's property or the front property or Clay's property, or the back is a little tiny corner that you can't fit the building in it. So it is for storage for hay. It's also for my horses. It'll be a riding area, an exercise area. Long-term, possibly business side with the horses, but that's, it's it's not gonna be like tomorrow.
Yeah, switch it back over and I'll show, Stephanie is accurate too. The assessor site, for whatever reason, was showing this county for a long time, even after our ordinance to bring it into the city. And even still, they're not showing it as city. So this hatching there is,
Oh, wow.
is I don't know why.
County
So-
assessor site's not updated.
Well, this has been
Well, they
since,
verified it.
Wow.
it's been many months though. It's normally cleaned up before then, so. It's
I know,
on.
there was a government shutdown and people quit working.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
So mainly, like I said, hay storage.
It's all ag.
Some ag, so not really like, maybe some like indoor riding and stuff at some point.
But it'll be for me.
Right.
So it'll be for me training my
Right.
horses, and there'll be a portion of it for that, but mainly it'll be storage for farm equipment and hay. The rest of it is pasture, and we have fencing for our horses, and so it's like, we have to take out a road in order to put it anywhere else.
So the mention of sewer and water really doesn't matter. Thank you.
Okay.
And so because of the location of the residence on the west side, there's no impact there for that individual?
No.
Hey, why don't you?
We'll have to wait, we'll have to wait.
Yeah, no,
Later?
Oh, okay.
we'll go in step.
Okay.
Any other questions for, yeah, sorry. Stephanie.
Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah. Any commission, any other questions for the applicant?
No.
All right, thank you very much. All right. Well, with that, we'll open up public comment at 5:56.
Yep.
And what we'll do is we'll just have you sign this real quick, and then we'll have you bring it out there.
This one. Sorry. Permanent appearance, it was clean at one point today. Clay Banks, 405 Whiffen Lane. On Ryan's step standpoint, that is the most logical place to put their building. My only question would be, in a later life, say we needed to put up a building of some sort, is there a minimum distance that is allowed between buildings so that if they were on 10 feet, then we would have to be 50 feet from them, so we would eat out 40 feet of our property in the event that this is probably a question for Roberta in all honesty. That would be my question, that's my only concern.
Well, the setback is normally 30, but because these are kind of peculiar properties and special use permit might work there to the same degree that it's working for them, it would work for you. But still, this group, and I can't foretell what a future P&Z would do. So just know that. But the setback is, your setback would be rear. It's their side, but it's your rear, and it's still 30 feet. But in line,
Is 30 feet from the property line or 30 feet between structures?
from the property line.
Property line, okay.
But if you were to get this, I mean, if you were in the same boat and it was the
No,
same.
currently his property is county.
Yes.
So his
But
is
he's
10
saying if he
feet.
came into city. I don't
He
know
just
what the
said
county
he
would
wanted to
do.
build a building.
Yeah.
What's the minimum distance between his
Oh.
building and their
Yeah, what's
building?
the
Oh, I was
setback?
assuming if you were coming in. I don't know
That's a
what the
county
county
question.
would do
That would be
or say. Fire, on the other hand, when you think that we have houses here that are only 10 feet apart, 5-foot setback on each side, I don't know what fire would say. I don't think it's a problem.
Right, so by code right now, as we just went through the staff report, since you're in the county still, your current setback is 10 feet from the property line. So then you would have to have a 10-foot between your property line and there would give you a 20-foot distance between the two buildings.
As long as fire and everybody else is happy with that, then
Then you'd be golden.
Right.
okay, as then that is definite, they would all be.
That's how it sits right now.
Okay,
I think it's fire is the one that would care. I don't think the city and the county would care.
okay, well, That was my only concern and question.
Yeah.
So-
And I think her question was distance between their building and your house looks like about 2 acres-ish.
Yeah, there's no concern on that standpoint. It's good for us. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, do we have anybody
Thanks,
else?
Clay.
Do we have anybody else that has any? All right, that will close the public comment at 5:59 PM. Commission, any comments, questions?
So on this one, I think we need to be really careful to really say what facts you're relying on if you do approve this SUP. Like, what's leading you to say it's okay? Some of the facts that we covered were, let me bring my PowerPoint back up. Sewer and water's in the vicinity,
But they're not using it.
but they're not needing it or using it.
Right.
The city did not require it when we got this property all cut up. So they're just going along with that.
The east side of the property is in a floodplain, which makes this a likely position.
Yeah, floodplain requires it to be set where it is. And it's surrounded by ag on all sides. And the fact that the neighbor came in, what do you think of that?
I think he was just wanting to know what if.
Yeah, if he doesn't have a problem.
No
with it,
negative
then I don't
impact,
see a
no
reason
negative
why.
impact to neighboring properties.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Easy peasy in that again.
Anything else that we talked about? It was basically just, and then the comp plan, you have to find that it's in harmony with the comp plan, and it is, our future land use map and the comp plan shows ag.
It shows that, so we're good there.
Yep.
I motion that the application by Ryan and Stephanie Wilkins for special use permit to construct a storage barn on their 6-acre parcel located at 397 South Cemetery Road with 10-foot setbacks from the side property lines pursuant to Middleton City Code 5-4-1, Table 2, with consideration to the future land use maps and surrounding areas in harmony with the ag, the comp plan and everything else around it. No impact just to the neighbors and no negative impact to sewer or any other city services. With city recommendation, I recommend approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
All right.
Great, thank you very much.
You guys
All
are
right.
set.
We'll close this public hearing at 6:02 PM. All right. So what else we have?
Almost time for dinner.
We gotta get him out of here. There's Packer game on.
I know. Yeah, he's gotta go watch
We're
football.
trying.
Alrighty, we will open any other public
Bye,
comments
guys.
at 6:03 PM. Do we have anybody that wishes to make any comment? Alright, we will close that up. We will open for any further commission or staff comments. I have one to make. I just wanted to congratulate one of our commissioners on a campaign well run, and congratulations on his victory for city council.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna miss you on the commission, but I think you do some good things in council, so.
I look forward to getting those recommendations from planning and
That's
zoning.
right. That's right.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got one more good meeting out of you, so.
Yes.
We'll go from there. Commission, anybody else have anything?
Nope.
All right, well, happy Veterans Day.
And be prepared, I think the December P and Z is shaping up to be long.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lengthy one, I think. So. All right, well, if nothing else said, We will adjourn at 6:04 PM.
Okay,
Thank you.
Also,
thanks.
It's called Guinness. I think that was a world record.
that was a good one for,
Yeah, it was great.
especially for 2 variances.
Say that again, sir?
I sent you guys this week tonight.
Oh, good, thank you.
Thank you, Frank.
Okay, I've got to jump out, get home. Drive safe, everybody.
You
We'll
too.
See you soon.
Okay.
Drive fast, take